Yes, I
Hey,
can. Okay,
boo.
I can hear you. How are you?
Ciao.
Yes, hair. Putting the hair job.
Early,
Yes.
early. This is the early summer unit right here.
Yes, early summer unit. Yes, a little color.
Oh, welcome, mommy.
So we're gonna go ahead and just get started and then let people come on in. We've noticed a lot of
Yeah,
people tend to watch the rebroadcast, so we're just gonna go
yeah,
ahead and go because Instagram only gives us like an hour.
yeah.
Okay. You are a phenomenal singer, a phenomenal vocalist, a phenomenal worship leader. And so I wanted to know because I grew up thinking that everyone can sing. Like I literally, like I could sing, my family could sing. So I just grew up, and it wasn't until high school that I realized, like, ooh, everybody, everyone's it doesn't have that skill, which is no shade. We all have different gifts and different talents. So I wanted to know, when did you realize, like, oh, I can sing? People like to hear me sing.
Mm. I knew I can sing when I have a small story,
Mm-hmm.
and actually this is kind of tying in also to my first like racism moment.
Oh, okay.
When I was 6 or 7 years old, I used to go to this Lutheran church
Mm-hmm.
in the area,
Mm-hmm.
and it was very short lived, but it was predominantly white.
Mm-hmm.
It was a predominantly white church,
Oh, okay.
and there was a kids choir,
Mm-hmm.
and so I always loved to sing along to songs when my mom would like play music in the
Mm-hmm.
car. Like she heard early on, she knew that I can sing because she would hear me
Mm-hmm.
like I was young and I would harmonize to songs that I
Yes,
heard playing.
harmonizing. Yes.
Listen,
Yeah.
um, it was around Christmas time, and so they were putting together this small choir, children's
Mm-hmm.
choir, and I joined the choir. And there was three different girls that were supposed to be leading three different songs,
Mm-hmm.
and two of them couldn't memorize the music in enough time. So little old Lizzy, I volunteered. I was like, I can sing the song. I learned the song very fast, so I
Yeah.
I knew this. So we rehearsed and we went over the music, and I like nailed it, killed it. Okay.
Yes, of course. Naturally.
The parents of those two girls, white girls,
Mm-hmm.
were salty.
Oh no.
They were very salty,
Oh no.
and so I ended up taking their spot, and I sang two of those songs. Those two songs that were supposed to be people, I sang two of those songs.
Yes, take all the leads.
And so I wasn't privy to what was going on because I was a kid, but my mom, who is an African, full
Mm-hmm.
blown African, my mom's from Nigeria,
Yeah, shout
um,
out.
the parents complained to the pastor, and the
Mm.
pastor went to my the
Oh.
pastor went to my mother and told her, "Yeah, we're not going to be able to have your daughter sing on the choir in the choir anymore."
Oh my god, oh no.
So we pretty much felt unwelcome, and so we just left. So it felt like
Yeah.
I didn't know this stuff was happening back then. I just thought we
Mm-hmm.
were going to another because we moved a
Yeah.
lot when I was so
Okay.
I didn't. It wasn't
So
until
you didn't
later
even
on
put
the
it two and two
we
together.
were on.
Mm-hmm.
They felt the way about it. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I had to live. That's when I knew there was something special about me. So even
Yeah.
every church that
Yeah. Oh wow.
go, I ended up being in the choir, whether it was an adult choir and I was the only kid
Mm-hmm.
in the choir,
Yeah.
means that I was capable of doing what the adults could do.
Right. Yeah. For
That's
sure.
an ability to sing well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful to realize that, like, even at such a young age, to realize that, like, okay, even because a lot of people would look at that and look at like the tribulations and like the troubles of that, and be like, oh, like something's wrong with me. They'll have like a lower self esteem, but for you to realize, like, these people, there's something about me that people feel threatened by. There's something about my gifts, and understanding that and being able to push through that more and be able to be like, okay, this is something that I'm good at and I should focus on. It's truly beautiful experience for sure.
I'll say though, it because of that, I think I became oblivious to jealousy and of
Mm.
people disliking me because of my gifts and my talents, or
Mm-hmm.
whether they I wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there was a part of me that blocked off people who were negative.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so even in my adulthood, it's still hard for me to take compliments, like when it comes to my voice.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's like weird.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
voice, thanks. Like I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, yeah, I would actually agree with you with as well with me because I remember being in high school and I was not very liked in high school, and then I realized that it was because I could sing, and it wasn't until like we had this competition called the World of Words, and so I wrote a song for it. So my friend was like, "Oh, you should write a song for it." Because she won last year. So I was like, okay, I'll write a song. Never wrote a song for like officially, you know. So I wrote a song for it, won the competition, and it wasn't literally until like me after I like sang the song and people were like cheering for me, people who I knew didn't like me. Were like, oh my god, I was so good, I was so good. I'm like, oh, these people are fake. Like, as soon as you like show like, oh, there's like a little bit of talent, there's a little bit of thing, you realize like, okay, so people show their true colors, and now you have to be able to maneuver differently, understanding that. I want to know,
Yeah.
what kind of music did you grow up listening to?
Whew. Okay. So we grew up very,
Mm-hmm.
very protective, and so even with
Mm-hmm.
certain music, I wasn't exposed to a lot of music, but
Mm-hmm.
every now and then my mom would she would there's some albums that she had around the house. I would like steal it and put it in the CD player and listen to it. So one of those
Mm-hmm.
albums was
Yeah.
Sade. My mom had Sade
What's
in the
who?
house. Yeah,
Sade. Okay.
Sade, Tony Braxton, TLC. It was yeah. She didn't always listen to secular music around us, but it was in the
Mm-hmm.
house. So I would
Yeah.
find ways to grab it and listen to it
To
because
listen to it. Yeah.
you know. And then like alternative music, like I listened to. She played a lot of smooth jazz in the house,
Mm-hmm.
so that's where I got a lot of my like melodies from. Was I would sing
Yeah.
along to like smooth jazz instrumentals, and
Okay.
that's my jazzy tone from
Mm-hmm.
my inspiration. And so, yeah, Whitney Houston. Hmm. It, there's a few, but for the most part, I remember Sade, listening to a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Sade, Whitney Braxton, Anita Baker, even Celine Dion.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, how
yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was exposed to different sounds and different genres of music.
Okay, that's interesting because I definitely, again, I feel like we have a lot of similar stories because I definitely grew up and we were not allowed to listen to worldly music. So it wasn't literally until like after I graduated um, that I started to diversify like the things that I was listening to and everything. If you guys have questions for Lizzy, you can put it in the question box. I just opened it up. It's like right there. It has a little question marks symbol. Because again, we are doing this on behalf of F.A.T.E Global, the Foundation for Artists, Talent Empowerment. So we're very excited to have Lizzy, a phenomenal singer, here. So I wanted to get to the business side of it because we've learned how you realize when you can sing, realizing that. So I want to know because we're both SAG members. Shout out to the union of SAG. Shout out to SAG. Shout out to SAG.
I wish I got my record.
Yes. And so how I joined SAG, I joined it via as an actor. I got Taft Hartley on a show that I booked. So that was how. It was a very, I didn't
Yes.
realize what was going on. You know, just a little credits. And so that's how I joined. So I wanted to know, because you're a singer, you're a part of the union, which is the Screen Actors Guild. What I was asking is, we're both SAG members, the Screen Actors Guild Award, and I joined as an actor. But I wanted to know, for singers, how did you join the union, and what was that process like?
My process was a little different because um think the first TV gig I did
Mm-hmm.
was the BET Awards. No, it was BET Celebration of Gospel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 20 the BET Celebration of Gospel. I was a part of the house band, the choir,
Oh, how fun!
and so and you have to
Right.
there's files and papers that you need to sign in order to
Mm-hmm.
and it was through SAG-AFTRA. So
Mm-hmm.
that was that. And actually, the only one of the reasons why I ended up having to pay my dues. Everybody knows anyone who's a part of the SAG
Ciao.
after,
And
you got
those
to pay
dues
your
are,
dues.
was
And
it when it was like $3,000 or something crazy like that? Those dues
I
are out
paid
of control.
I had to pay
Out of control.
but it's worth it.
It is worth it, for sure, for
If you're going to
sure.
continually
To work, yeah, for sure.
pick it up in your head.
Mm-hmm.
So I started an independent, like a contract singer.
Oh, okay.
So people would and definitely it was through reference. Like I was referred to the gigs that I got
Oh, okay.
by the grace of God.
Yes.
Like I can't even tell you which gig I auditioned for. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
them I just came highly recommended, and I
Really?
got the
Okay.
gig by the by the like I said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so I kept doing gigs where it was through SAG-AFTRA, and even though I wasn't in union yet, they were like, okay, this check you're about to get through us, so you need to pay your dues, or else
Period. Yes.
we'll hold your check. So funny enough, this is such a blessing because
Yeah.
there was a session I did because I didn't have the $3,000.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. There was a gig session that I did, and that check came in the mail for that gig is what paid for my dues.
Wow.
It
Oh,
was
wow, that's such a blessing.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a huge blessing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, wow, that's so beautiful. And so, to circle back around, you said that how you usually get your gigs is via reference. So you are a background singer for Mary J, an icon, a legend, someone we stand. All praises to her. She is amazing. And you were talking about earlier about how a lot of your gigs came through reference. So I want to know, how did you get your Mary J. Blige get? Was that a reference? Was it an audition? Was that?
That was definitely a reference. Shout out to
Yes.
my girl Sharon Youngblood, who is my fellow
Oh, yes.
background singer mate.
Yes,
Um,
yes. An icon
um,
herself. Shout out to her.
yes. Shout out to her. Incredible. If you don't know her, follow her. She's incredible. Sharon Youngblood. Yeah, she reached out to me 2015,
Mm-hmm.
summer 2015, and I
Mm-hmm.
was in the middle of working on a client because I also used to be a hairstylist, and
Yes.
I was working on my client, and Sharon reached out to me and asked me. She said, hey, she said it so casually and so nonchalant, like she's like, what are you doing this summer? What am I
Mm-hmm.
doing this summer? Like, I don't know. Let me check. Nothing. Like,
Yeah.
and she's like, so like, there's this opportunity um, to Mary needs a like a background singer, a tenor,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and I think that you're pretty solid in your because I sing all ranges, soprano, alto, and tenor. And so, and I've done other gigs with Sharon as well. We
mm-hmm.
also used to go to the same church, you know.
Yes, yes.
So she was privy to what I could do. So she
Mm-hmm.
reached out, and I just happened to be finishing up my client's hair. She said, "Can you get to center staging in the next 30 minutes.
Oh.
They were in rehearsals for a
Oh
tour.
my gosh.
Yes. And so it was like, I was like, okay, finished my client's hair, went to center staging, which is only 8 minutes away from where I lived at the time.
Yeah.
Everything was just working together for my good.
Yeah. Truly. Amen.
So I get there and I'm extremely nervous. Like my hands are shaking. I'm like, oh, like what? Okay, and then they give me 3 songs to go over to rehearse so that they can hear me, see if I can blend with Sharon and Ashley Washington, my girl.
Shout out.
And so they gave me only less than 30 minutes to go to like learn this music,
Oh
or,
wow.
or at least to learn the parts they wanted me to sing with them.
Oh, okay.
So after that, I come out. I rehearse. I mean, the band starts playing, and they want to hear me sing with the girls. I'll tell you, we blended like magic. It was just like
Yes.
it was like match made in heaven, and that's how we became 3 Piece Spicy.
Yes.
Um, yeah, love, absolutely enjoy singing with the MJB crew. And traveling. Like I've been blessed to travel the whole world with that group of people, and it's been amazing because I've met so many other people through that opportunity. So
Yeah.
it's been really
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. So can you walk us through a day of like tour, like a tour day? Like obviously not the days that you're off, I guess, but per se, like what do you do
work day.
on a work day?
Work day. Work day. Um, will maybe lobby call will be depending on where we are because most show days we don't go up on stage till like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And so
Yes,
sound
that's that headliner life. Yes, yes.
okay. So sound check would be like around 1 o'clock,
Okay.
2 o'clock. So lobby call would be like 12. And
Oh,
so
okay.
we hop on the bus or we hop in a sprinter and we go to the venue and then we get to sit in our little green room and stuff and they have all the snacks laid out for you so you can be nice and fat.
Yes. Yes.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe.
I
And
feel
I
it.
miss it. I miss it. Like, well, we did get to go on the road last summer with Mary, and it was Mary and Nas, like
Yes.
the kings and
Yes.
queen. Like
Yes. I remember that.
it
Yeah.
was it was beautiful. It was called the Royalty Tour.
Yeah. Oh, that was such an amazing show too.
Yeah, yeah, it was
Yes.
fun.
If you guys have questions for Lizzy, you can go ahead and use the question box so that we can read them. I wanted to know, because obviously you talked a lot about your highs and your successes, but I wanted to know, did you have any adversities before getting to where you are now?
Musically,
Yeah, music career wise.
I think for me, when I wasn't singing on the road, I
Mm-hmm.
was at church. I was at church a
Oh,
lot. I spent a lot of
yes.
my time at my former church, One Church
Mm-hmm.
LA,
Yeah, shout out to
the
them.
leaders there. Um, and so when I wasn't on the road, I was very, very invested of my
Mm-hmm.
time and my gifts there.
Mm-hmm.
So my downtime when I really wanted to like make money because I was a hairstylist and a
Mm-hmm.
makeup artist. So I'm a huge hustler. So if I
Yes,
knew I
love
wasn't,
it.
if gigs wasn't coming, if I wasn't getting
Mm-hmm.
sessions, I knew that I had clients. So I had
Mm-hmm.
I had that to lean on. And then when I didn't have that, I had church. I had my church family. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of had it set up to where I love multiple streams of income. So
Me too.
created
Amen.
I created a lane for myself and also building relationships with people in the
Mm-hmm.
industry who are genuine, who really care about you and not just what you can do for them. That's very
Mm-hmm.
important in
Mm-hmm.
LA, or if you're trying to be in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Staying true to who you are is important because I think
Mm-hmm.
feeling like you want to be with somebody, a lot of times you lose yourself because you have
Mm-hmm.
something to prove. But I think it's
Mm-hmm.
important to have a foundation uh,
Mm-hmm.
when you want to move to LA. or if you want to start a career in the industry, whether it's behind the scenes or in front of the scenes. So I did have some downtime though, because I was Uber driving. Listen, any way I can like make my coin, I was gonna do.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
because I didn't want to sit around and mope around and woe is me and be depressed. And although depression came sometimes, I didn't allow it to consume me. I would always recognize when I felt myself spiraling into a deep depression. I would get up and remind myself of who I am, because I do know who I am, you know? And so that was very, very important in my low seasons.
Yeah.
That helped me propel to the next season or the next step where God wanted me to go.
Yeah, I think that everyone, you know, will encounter low seasons, low moments in their life.
You have to.
Yeah,
you have to,
have
because
to.
sorry, I didn't mean
No, go ahead.
I didn't want to forget my train of thought when you said that. You have to go through your low, because there's a level of maturity, and there's a level of humility that you need to have to go to the next level. And so, especially if you're a believer, if you do believe in God, not everyone believes in God. So I want to talk to the whole, you know,
right,
to a big audience. I just want you to know that there's sometimes a level of humility that you have to have in order to sustain where your next is going to be, because there's places that your character will keep you where your gifts can't.
Yeah.
You know, and so there's a lot of gifted and talented people out there, but a lot of them are assholes and people don't want to work with them.
Yeah.
I'm saying, so it's like, I don't want to work with you. You're hard to work with. Like, I never wanted to be that person. So I always to put my best foot forward. I always wanted to show up and be present and not do too much, because I'm not going to kiss nobody's butt. But I do want people to know that I am approachable. I am easy to work with. You can talk to me. I can do my job. I'm goofy and funny, but I can get my work done.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, I like that. And I would agree to that, because I remember, I mean, obviously we first met at like church, but we were also in like our small groups together. We had a small group together. And
yes, I remember.
Yes, and you were
shout out to Pastor. He's a pastor now. Pastor.
He is. Yes, he is. He's a pastor now. Isn't that crazy how like life will take you places?
We growing up.
Yes. So I wanted to talk to you about also, because you are a worship leader, and so I was never like a worship leader. I only sang like on the praise team and in the choir like in high school. But when I moved to LA, I didn't end up joining the praise team or anything like that. I just like, okay, you know, I just wanted something different. I felt like, okay, I want, you know, to go in a different direction. I wanted to be a solo artist, obviously. Really? Yeah, I just think I just was like, you know, because I think, well, it's a lot of commitment. It's a lot of time. I know you know, but it's a lot of time that you have to take out and rehearsing and energy. And, you know, I yes. Well.
That's my team.
Well, all right. So for me, but for you as a worship leader, what would you say? Because I know what it's like to try to get the crowd to worship. If that makes any sense, trying to get people, and I'm not going to try nobody. I said I was going to try nobody, but trying to get like the audience to really get involved. And it's weird, as someone who now like does like my solo music and everything else, when I perform, the audience usually knows the song, so it's not really, or they know to participate, so it's not really like a struggle. So reflecting back to the time when I was on the praise team and stuff, it was like such a struggle to just like, can we worship? Are we here to worship? We're here at church. Yeah. So what is that?
I think there's a false expectation about how we're supposed to come to how we're supposed to enter into worship. And I'm talking from a leadership standpoint. There's a lot of churches where they do feel like they have to talk before they get the people warmed up for the song.
Yeah.
And that hasn't always been my strong suit. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie, it's nerve wracking to talk and
Mm-hmm.
to
Right.
to the big crowds and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I always came from a standpoint of I'm worshiping the audience of one.
Oh yeah, say that.
And I took a lot of godly pride and confidence in who I am and what my gift was. And
Mm-hmm.
so I never went on stage trying to please man, trying to
Mm-hmm.
sound good, or trying to, do the right runs or say the
Mm-hmm.
right thing to make them like me.
Mm-hmm.
I literally only went there with the agenda of worshiping my father and creating an atmosphere so that when the word comes, people's hearts are open.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
that's it. Like, it's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There's no science. There's no extra deep. Like, I'm not no Bible
Mm-hmm.
scholar, but
Right.
I always knew that God placed a gift on the inside of me, and He said, "If you
Mm-hmm.
open your mouth, I will
Mm-hmm.
fill it." So I
Wow.
always went on stage with that mentality. So when I open my mouth, the atmosphere has no choice but to respond.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Wow. That was beautiful. Yes. Amen. I felt that. I felt that. So the kids want to know. I want to know.
What they want to know?
Lizzie, the music. Where's the music? When's the music coming out? We want to know when can we stream it? When can we buy it? We are ready. We want to hear your voice in our headphones and our AirPods. I don't got AirPods because but nevertheless.
That's been the $1 million question for the past
Mm-hmm.
10 years, honestly. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I I can make all the excuses in the world, but I'll
Mm-hmm.
just say this: it's me. It's been me.
Okay. I
Just
love
standing out,
transparency.
just standing in my own way,
Mm-hmm.
allowing fear to make me feel like I'm not worthy of, or that I'm not good enough,
Mm-hmm.
or that I'm not gonna get the response if I put something out. All
Mm-hmm.
the things to stop me is me.
Mm.
Um,
Why do you think that is? If we can
um,
dive a little deeper.
I think there's most of my fan base is from the church world.
Mm.
Um, mm, it's a no. I take that back.
Yeah, cause
It's a split of the two.
yeah,
It's the industry, because I keep forgetting that, the industry and the church, right?
yeah,
And I think there's a part of me that isn't, and I'm a different person I'm a different person today than I was a year ago. Especially
right.
having my fiance, who's challenged me in different,
Yes.
more transparent, because he's not an open book, but he's very, very vocal about his feelings, about
Mm.
he's very expressive, and I'm not.
Oh.
And so,
Oh, how interesting.
yeah, he's very, very expressive. I'm not. Like, I'm
Mm.
expressive in different ways, but not about my own feelings, or,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mm.
express myself in different ways because I know that I don't express myself
Well, yeah.
in that way.
Right.
And so I think, with that being said, it's been hard for me to even want to, like, write down. It's hard for me to write down my feelings in a song,
Mm.
or express myself. And I think there's a part of me that is afraid of really going there and really, really
Mm.
facing the reality of my feelings, because for so long
Oh.
you try to be this image of what you think you want people to be. I mean,
Mm.
this image of what you think people want to see,
Mm.
and it stops you a lot of times. And I know a lot of people who aren't in that same place. And
Mm.
I'm trying to get back to a place where, because I'm not gonna lie, in the past few months, I had I lost, like, my passion to sing, and I'm
Really?
yeah,
Mm.
and I think it's
Is
definitely,
was it Corona based or was it just you naturally?
it came from a place of hurt,
Mm.
feeling like people only care about my gift when it's being people only care about my gift and not me.
Mm.
So I started to resent my gift, which that's not right, because I don't ever want God to take away my gift. I don't,
Yeah.
you know. But I think that's just something that I'm dealing with, and I'm even seeking
Mm.
counseling with that.
Mm.
Um, I just, been dealing with a lot emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I've been going through a lot of transition. I
Mm-hmm.
transitioned out of LA, moved to
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, Georgia, where I don't know anyone. I'm meeting a lot
Yes.
of people,
Mm-hmm.
um, and but like, and really, really finding my independence out here.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been away from family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so all of that is really, really new for me. So
Yeah.
I'm in this space where I'm really, really discovering Elizabeth, not Elizabeth
Mm-hmm.
the singer,
Right.
the background singer, but just
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, but wow, what an interesting journey to hear, because you are like so talented. So to even hear you say, and I'm sure the audience is like, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy," because there's so many people out here releasing music who can't sing with autotune. People, nope. So it's just like to hear you be so transparent about that is really beautiful, and I love that you're able to, because I obviously you're finding yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking time to find yourself and find your place and with your gifts. So I love that. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right, well, we're gonna wrap on up. If you had any tips for anyone who wants to get in the music industry or into music, what are like 3 tips that you would give somebody?
Perfect your gift.
Mm-hmm.
Rehearse, practice every single day.
Mm-hmm.
2, don't doubt yourself and don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like you need validation from other people to do what you know you were called to do.
Wow.
A lot of people don't even know that they're called to do it. They just find it
Mm-hmm.
as a passion or something that they want to do to express themselves. But I think really, really seeking God in your gift and really finding what I love you. I love you, Tiffany. Really finding
Mm-hmm.
what that is, and also be confident in who you are,
Mm.
because there's only one you.
Oh, so true. So
There's
true.
only one you. I think there's a lot of people that try to duplicate what they see, and
Mm.
that doesn't make them stand out. That doesn't make them any different, you
Mm.
know. But really, really finding who you are
Mm.
and sticking with it and walking in it boldly, confidently. So
Mm.
yeah,
Wow, that was. I mean, you're preaching to me. That is a word
I'm preaching
for
to
me,
myself, child. Because a lot of
child.
us,
That
be having a word, but sometimes we don't look
we
within, and
don't receive it.
we don't feed
Yeah,
ourselves the way we feed other people. It's like I need to
yeah.
remind myself, I'm I'm a dope chick.
Period. Period. I
Love
love
you,
it.
Brutus.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Again, you guys, this will be brought to you on behalf of Faith Global, which is the foundation for artists, talent empowerment. Make sure you follow me for next favors. Follow Lizzy Kay One, and also follow Faith Global. Yes, her hair is killing. Her hair is killing. She's giving us a look. You flip it. Yes. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much again for doing this. This is such a great treat for
Thank you so
us.
much for having me. Thank you for reaching out. I'm trying to do better with. I actually enjoy doing lives with other people, but when I do
Mm.
lives on my own, it's like I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah, doing
And then
lives on
I
your
think
own is so
sometimes you get
weird.
discouraged when you only see 2 or 3 people in your life. You're like, man, see,
Mm.
nobody checks
Yeah,
me. Nobody cares about me. Nobody loves me.
yeah,
That's a lie. It's a
yeah,
lie. Don't stop just because you think people are not paying attention or watching.
yeah.
Just because people don't comment, just because people don't like, don't mean that they're not
Mm-hmm.
watching. There's a lot of
Ooh,
ghost followers.
yes, child.
There's a lot of people ghost inspired. Like people are inspired by you.
Inspiring. That's so
They'll
true.
never say it to you, but they are. And honestly, they're just waiting for you to do something,
Yeah.
just so they can have something to talk about. So give them something to talk about.
Period. Yeah. No, I definitely
Period.
learned that. Like, I remember because I had released new music, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, I like really like your music," and I was like, "Do you even follow me?" I was like, "How did you
I
in
get a lot of that
here
too. I get a lot
about.
of that too. I saw you. I saw your video the other day, and I was just like,
Mhm.
did I? Because I sure don't remember. Anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Well, thank you.
yeah, I've learned to just like put it up, and what we've learned as well at Fate Global is that like a lot of people will watch like the rebroadcast, so because it shows you all the people who watch it, and it's like okay, the people who watch in the rebroadcast. So we're learning that people will come in, and then they might be in the middle of something, so they'll come back to it, they'll watch it. So we're learning how in how social media works and how social media works and how everything like that. So it's great.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you so much. It was so good.
Thank you. I really, really enjoyed this conversation, and thank you for
Yes.
allowing me to express myself and to my
Yes.
thoughts and knowledge and all
Mhm.
that different things.
Yes. Yes. We love it. We love it.
Yeah, thank you.
What are you doing for quarantine? Are you have any quarantine plans?
Hmm. Child, it's really been I just been really bonding with my fiance.
Yes. Love
So,
it. Love to see it.
um, just learning a
Mine
lot
too, Lord
about.
Jesus. I receive it.
Amen.
I
It's
receive it.
available. It's available, but
Amen.
um, just really, really getting back to loving myself because I
Yeah.
didn't realize how much I've neglected myself.
Mm.
When we can get so caught up in work and career and taking
Mhm.
care of family, and then
Mhm.
you neglect yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, self care is very, very important during the
Mhm.
quarantine.
Yeah,
Very, very important.
yeah,
How
yeah,
you're feeding your soul, what you're allowing
yeah.
your spirit to consume,
Hmm.
is very, very important.
Yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm learning that as well. I'm learning to like literally do nothing and be okay with that. Like just watch Netflix
It's
the
okay. Listen,
entire day.
and you know what? I think somebody posted the other day about like if you didn't do anything productive, you're not a failure.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
If you didn't do anything productive this week, you're not a failure.
Yeah, I love it.
We put too much pressure on ourselves,
Hmm.
and then the moment we do something that is commonly disappointing to another person,
Hmm.
it's just we're so hard on ourselves.
Mm, yeah.
We got to be better to ourselves.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I love that. Be nicer to